I am so excited to be able to have this conversation and introduce you guys to one of the startups, a doctor who was just like a week ago an associate dentist who's now a successful startup practice owner right in the middle of a freaking pandemic. Like right in the middle of it, he had the confidence and the courage to open his doors. So I want to introduce you right now to Dr. David. David, what's up? Say hello.
How's it going, everyone?
Hey, so one of the things that I'd love for us to kind of like give out a big kind of punchline here. Your first full day in practice ownership was a week ago to the day, right?
Yeah. Last Wednesday. Sorry, guys. My team's still here doing some last minute stuff, but yeah, our first day was actually last Wednesday. We opened up for the full day, and it was a pretty exciting experience. We didn't really know what to expect, and it exceeded our expectations, and it was honestly, it was great.
So give us, I want to hear like how you felt in that day, like personally on a personal human level, how you felt at the end of that first full day. And then I also want to hear like, what were the results? Just kind of numbers focused results for that first full day. You mind sharing what that is? Especially guys, remember, this is right in the middle of all the craziness that the world is experiencing. So go ahead, take it away, David.
Yeah, so basically the night before we were pretty nervous. It was kind of weird how everything happened, because I had actually heard the day before from my associateship that they were not going to keep me on anymore. So then that night, my wife and I were pretty worried, because we were like, man, this has to work. We have to pull this out. And so
you mind explaining why it has to work? Like the July topic? What's the July topic?
Oh yeah, so in July we're having our second baby, so we only have like a couple of months to really get going before our addition comes. And my wife is also the hygienist, so right now she's doing a lot of the cleanings and stuff. But yeah, so we were both sweating it. We were nervous, scared. We didn't know what to expect.
Has to work, almost like a high wire moment. Like, holy crap, we think we did all the pieces right. We think we built up all the systems. We think all our marketing is rocking and rolling. And then, oh crap, doors open. And what happens?
Yeah, we show up early in the morning, excited and ready for the day. And we had people scheduled. We weren't quite sure if they were going to show up. And then also we were a little nervous too, because with everything going on with the COVID stuff, our phones weren't really ringing off the hook. But we are fortunate that during this time we had the PPE and the availability to be seeing people on an emergency basis. So as people were coming in and seeking us out, we were able to not only get them in to see them on the emergency basis, but then hopefully get them scheduled to return, pending on how they liked the experience here at the office. So with that being said, we were able to get some people in the schedule. And then, we opened, we had our new patients coming in, our marketing. I was a little skeptical because I was hoping that the phones are going to be ringing off the hook and we weren't going to have any spots for people. But honestly, the marketing and everything that we had done slowly, at the time, it seemed kind of like madness, but there was a method to the madness where everything was kind of just falling into place. And we opened, people came, we had a good day. We got a lot of new patient exams, some cleanings done. It helped that my wife and I were able to both kind of be the providers. So we were able to schedule a little bit more tightly. And then, we got some treatment scheduled. We were able to do same day treatment, which people appreciated. And the day seemed to fly by in the blink of an eye, but when it was all said and done, the first day I think we produced about $4,200, which blew my mind because I did not expect the results.
Yeah, David,
actually turn out like that.
I am so happy for you and so proud of you. Like when it came down to the moment when it had to happen, you stepped up and you made it happen. Like, and I don't know if you get this moment, but like I'm feeling this for you, like a pinch me moment. Like hold up, wait, is this actually happening? Like
Yeah.
I'm actually the practice owner, and wait, this is almost like a movie. Like in the trailer of the movie, the dentist loses his job. He's about to have his second baby. Everything's on the line, and
It
then
was actually a super like
boom.
surreal moment too, because like it was so weird, like life's roller coasters, ups and downs. Because on the night before, I mean, we were stressed and worried, and then like the day of the opening happened, and then as we slowly just followed the process and let everything kind of unfold, it actually turned out beyond what we could have asked for. And I mean, at the end of the day, we were both like, we looked at each other like, you know what, I think we can do this. We're gonna be all right, with everything going on, and it's crazy too, because it's like if you can start a practice in what's going on now, I mean, it's only going to get better as everything opens up. There's more, there's more people that aren't going to be able to get into their other dentists that are going to want to come in. And I mean, it was just, it was definitely surreal, because we were so happy.
It's legit now. It's official. So one of the things that I was talking about with a couple other startups, some that you and I both admire very much, we're just kind of commenting, like, believe it or not, about your scenario, just how proud we are of you all together, kind of like rallying for you. And I just think it's so amazing that you went from this place of kind of losing control in your associateship, losing income, losing control, not really having a say. And that associateship income and that associateship life is kind of binary. It's sort of like on or off. It's like on or off, and you don't necessarily get much of a say in that, as you just noticed last week.
Well, I mean, the hard part too is it's basically like it's not your business when you're the associate. So you're basically, first and foremost, they're trying to, take care of their own income and their own office first. And you're not really the high priority on the totem pole if it's not yours. We're here in the office. We were, this is ours, so we have total control. We can be as successful as we want or as slow as we want. I mean, and it's awesome because it's nice to have that kind of control. And you can see, it would be nice if we can do it this way. It'd be more efficient, and you don't have to go through all the channels. I mean, you guys can just say, hey, let's do this. Let's make it work. What can we do to make everything work better?
Yeah, really good. And now you're in control. Now you can like grow more, take more time off. See, like now you're in control to make those choices. I'm just so happy for you. I know today, especially with all the craziness, I know there are a bunch of associate dentists and even maybe early stage startup docs who would love to maybe hear from your mind. Maybe just give a little peek into what are you feeling are like the effective communication benefits to patients now, either new patients considering you or new patients being with you. What are some things that you feel like in a communication sense, either from marketing or in person, have benefited that patient relationship as your doors are open and in your community you're being recognized for all the cool things that you and I have been planning out for months? Like what are some of the communication things that you feel like have resonated with your patients to bring the practice to the place where it is right now? How would you answer that?
I would say for sure, like being a little bit slower right now. I mean, the nice thing is I think the patients are appreciating the opportunity for me to actually sit down with them and not only tell them what's going on with their oral health, but, just sit down and be a person with them. So, everyone's kind of been cooped up for the last month and a half. So to get out and actually talk to people, like, granted, like usually I like to talk about sports and stuff. So right now, like it's more about what we're watching on Netflix or how we're passing the time. But I mean, I think they appreciate that. They feel that interaction, and it makes you just not a provider, but it gives that personal touch to it. And the nice part is when you can see, like, you see the husband and you chat with them, and their wife maybe wasn't, on the schedule or necessarily even scheduled to come in. But then, once they go home and they tell, their family about what's going on, they're able to, call back and, hey, so-and-so said they had such a great experience. We were wondering if you had any openings. And I mean, that's really fulfilling.
Doesn't that feel good? Like,
yeah, I mean,
like,
you know that you're doing something right.
Yeah, really cool. Oh, that must feel amazing. That must feel so good. So, all right, then I'll kind of leave you with one question about maybe your top piece of advice or your top wisdom that maybe you'd share with an associate dentist today, but you would tell yourself a couple years ago. Because you and I met, I mean, as you were still an associate, it was close to 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but at the course a couple years ago. So maybe even to yourself, like before you went to the course or before you really dug into startup concepts, is there like a top moment over the last week that you've realized or had an epiphany about that you would want to tell your previous self or tell like-minded associate dentists? What might come to mind?
I mean, I would say definitely, there's probably a couple things, honestly, because
Yeah.
I would say, like, initially it's nervous to try to make that transition out of your comfort zone, because I had been so comfortable at my associateship, or there was times when we were going along the process and it maybe wasn't working out how we planned. And, stepping out of that comfort zone was for sure scary. I mean, we were nervous. We weren't quite sure if this was going to be the right decision, but we just stuck with the game plan and our vision, our dream. And we just, even though it wasn't working out as we planned, we were able to adapt and kind of a little give and take to figure out exactly where we wanted to be. Sorry, guys, my team is.
I love it. There's just so much energy there. It's awesome. Like, what a cool environment.
Yeah, sorry, I had to shush them on here, but yeah, I mean, just being nervous, and I mean, just we had to stay the course, and we had the belief in ourselves that we can do this. We just have to continue with the process, and even though it's not going as fast or everything's not working out as we thought, everything will work out how it should, as long as we're willing to, continue. And that was the big thing, just perseverance. And then also having the ability to, adapt. I mean, more often than not, we thought we had an idea of how everything was going to work, but, life doesn't always work out that way. So you just have to be ready to kind of roll with the punches and keep going. Don't give up. And yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure what I was getting into. I had the dream. I didn't realize how much work it was going to be, but overall, I mean, I wouldn't have changed anything that I have done up to this point. I mean, it's been awesome, to come to your own office and be proud of what you created. And these patients come in and see you, and you're able to share a little piece of yourself with them by providing them good oral care, and just be proud of your practice. It's awesome. And people love coming in. Like, our child is here in the office with us. She just hangs out, and I mean, it's just been great.
Oh, so happy for you. Listen, David, I know you're like wearing a million hats. You're the janitor and the office manager and a husband and a father and an entrepreneur and an influencer and a leader in your community now. And you're caring for patients all the while, and you're managing all this in one of the craziest times in American history. And you're doing it with excellence, and you're doing it with integrity. I just love the mark you're making on your community. Love the mark that you're starting to make already in dentistry. So on behalf of me and everybody else, just want to say thank you, and incredible, inspiring story. if this is the trajectory you're on this week, just hang on tight. Like the rest of this year is going to be amazing. So congratulations, my friend. I'll give you the final word.
Yeah, I would just say this has been a great experience. You know, we feel super grateful that we're able to do this. And up to this point, we've been very fortunate with our patients coming in. And I mean, we can't really ask for too much more. I mean, I think we're super lucky.
Well said. Well said. All right, my friend. Thank you. Have a great night.
Yeah,
We'll
thank
talk
you.
soon.